Gotta check everything. We're gonna check all the things. Check in all the things. Okay. All right. It looks like we're working to me. So I had to. See, he's blowing up my phone. House stuff. I'm selling my house, so not this one, the one I moved from. So, bunch of drama as always. Always drama. So last week was nothing but social stuff. Like every night we had visitors in town, and we went out to dinner and stuff with them and hung out with them like every single night. This week was all classes. I taught more than a half dozen classes this week, which is usually a lot for me. I usually only teach one class a week, and I had to come up with all the content of the classes this week as well. So that was fun. Teaching is not my main job, by the way. I'm a developer. But man, it was a draining week for sure. And my husband's had a bunch of car drama, so that's fun too. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to play a game. So this is Deadzone. And I've got the table all set up. Got my mat. I've got my teams. We'll go over those in a minute. I was going to talk a little bit about Deadzone. So Deadzone is a cube-based skirmish game. So instead of moving with like rulers and stuff, your guys move a set of cubes and they can basically position themselves anywhere in the cubes they want. It is from Mantic, and it started as a Kickstarter and was kind of like a how do I describe it? It's a little more of like a kind of like a solo scenario sort of thing, war game, where you had like an antagonist force and a like player force kind of thing. Sort of a little kind of like Space Hulk sort of. That's the impression I get. I never actually got to play it. I never played it back then. And now it's like just a full-on skirmish game, right? Which is pretty cool. I've wanted to play this game for fucking ever. Like, for real. This was the first war game I wanted to get into. And I just never did it because I didn't have anyone to play with, right? So I played a bunch of all kinds of other skirmish games, right? And I still love indie games and everything. But I decided, I've wanted to do this forever, so you know what? Fuck it. I've been super disenfranchised with GW lately, so I decided to give it a try, right? I decided, you know what? We'll go in. And yeah, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. It was a really nice excuse to print some stuff out. Yeah, it was a really nice excuse to pick up some new models and some new toys and stuff. So it's pretty cool. So it should be a good time. Have not played before. I have read through the rule book. I will definitely get stuff wrong, but we're going to learn as we go. So it should be a good time. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. So, like I said, I've wanted to play this forever, and I just finally am doing it because sometimes you just have to do stuff for you. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just have to. So I'm finally doing it. So, what do we got? We've got our board with squares, right? Everything is squares. Even the train is all kind of squares, which might look a little weird. I kind of really like how it looks because it reminds me of the like settlements and stuff from stuff like The Expanse. So I just kind of made kind of weird little random buildings. And all this stuff just pops together with these little pegs, which is pretty cool. So eventually I'll get this kind of like put together in a configuration I really like and then just glue it together and everything. So should be pretty cool. But we got all our squares, we got our board, we got our terrain. I also have some item tokens here. So we're going to have to roll for these, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then I've got some objective tokens. I've got my command dice. These come in the starter box. Right there. Oh man, I've got a big bug bite on my arm. Not that you guys care, but just saying. And I've got some D8s. These are the D8s from the starter set, because I actually don't own any D8s. I bought D10s and D12s for other games, but I've never bought D8s before. But everything in Deadzone runs off D8s. And actually, like, even the board is actually an 8x8 grid. So, like, everything is 8s, which is kind of cool. Like, just conceptually, it's kind of cool. And then I've got 2 teams. I've got my Forge Fathers right here. These are, like, space dwarf, kind of, like, mining and, like, building crazy equipment and gear and stuff. These are my Forge Fathers. These are not the official Forge Father models. These are the new Cyber Dwarf models. Hello! Or like future dwarf models from One Page Rules. I just really love these models because they have little pickaxes on their guns, and I just think that's super cool. And sometimes I just really want to diggy hole and be a dwarf, so. And like the way their beards work on their helmets is really cool, because like it's actually cables going down to a rebreather on their belt. And I thought that was a really cute way to give them beards without like actually just straight up giving them beards. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we got a couple of guys. I got this guy here with this big drill gun too. So all in all, the dwarf team is 7 guys. 1 guy with a drill, 1 guy with a med kit, and a leader model. And then opposite of that, we've got some tactical orcs. So these are the Marauders. The orcs in this world are a lot different from GW orcs. In GW, they're very Mad Max. In this, they're very like Call of Duty. So these orcs used to be just like mercenaries. That kind of like scoured the universe for work. And they're very much like, you know, like lots of grenades and pouches and ammo and all that kind of stuff. These are really fun models. Some of the details a little soft in spots, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world, and they look really good painted up. So, and the coolest thing on the orc team is these things, which are like robot bomb dogs. So they should explode when they die, and until then they can bite the hell out of stuff with their chainsaw faces. So they're really cool. So what I picked up to get started, I picked up the the Marauder, like getting started force. It's like $35, and I picked up a mat, and then I got one of the starter boxes for really cheap. I think probably because of an Amazon error, but I will take it. So yeah, it's pretty darn cool. Okay, so before we start off, there's a couple things we got to do. First off, I have to set out items. So I'm going to randomly pick 8 items. I've got them all just over here. Hold on. I'm going to randomly pick 8 items. I just put them all out face down. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we'll take the rest and we'll toss them off to the side. These are going to be my 8 items. These are just going to be on the battlefield somewhere. And our guys can pick these up and use them during the game, which is pretty cool. So, to put the items out, we need 2 dice, 2 d8s. And because this is all cubes, it actually works off a grid layout. So, our first dice is going to be a 3, and our second dice is going to be a 2. So we can go 3, 2, which means an item's going to be right there. Then we can just keep doing that for all the items. I've got a 4, I've got a 5. Wait, I think I put the wrong item out. I did. Ugh. let's see, we've got 4, and then 5, bonk. And I've got 1 and 6, which is gonna be right there on top of that roof. 1 and 8. Oh man, okay. And then I've got 4 and 5. And there's 2 items in that one. Crazy. Actually, you know what? So let's make that 5 and 4. There we go. 5 and 3. We've got 8 and 2. And then I've got 7 and 1. Okay. So what is the idea behind Dead Zone now that I've got all the items out? Dead Zone's set in a more cyberpunk universe than, say, something like Warhammer 40k. So it's people still like living their normal lives, going to space Walmart, all this kind of stuff. It's not like crazy, oppressive, sad universe. But a Dead Zone is essentially an area that's been declared like off limits. And this usually has to do because of the arrival of like an evil alien like entity thing called the plague, but it can occur for other reasons too. So these sort of like cordoned off areas end up having a bunch of stuff in them, like loot and things, right? Like all the items scattered around, right? Because usually they're areas that have just been taken over by this monster plague thing, or they're areas that have been abandoned. So people come in and they like kind of skirmish for resources and bits and stuff like that of these. So that's what our guys are going to be doing today. And they're going to be doing a scenario. I think we're just going to do the first scenario. Now, they do have a random table to pick one, but we're just going to do the first scenario because I think it'll be easier. So this is, let's see, I'll put the objectives out according to the pictures. And then let's see, it's 4, 3, and then 4, 3. And what our guys are going to try to be doing is they're going to try to be getting to 16 victory points before the enemy. So the first team to 16 wins. I'm going to basically play the Forge Fathers so that we only really have to keep track of like one set of command dice and stuff like that. And we're basically just going to use the orcs as like AI, right? Kind of little mindless, just walk forward and shoot kind of thing, right? Just so we can learn the rules a little bit better before I have to like having to start to actually play really 2 teams, you know? We're going to just basically be like orcs, they go forward and they murder. All right, so I'm going to have 2 teams for deployment. I'm going to have a red team and I'm going to have a blue team. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my boys over here. Normally you would roll off for deployment if you're playing another person. But I'm going to pick for sake of first time and for sake of the camera. Really? Do you really think that's a face? Stop thinking that's a... Why do you think that's a face? That's weird. Camera thinks this is a face for some reason. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my guys out. And they're just going to go in these cubes. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. And the orcs are going to go in the other cubes. So they're going to go over on the other side. Over here. So we're going to put some doggos. Now, this works, and everything like that, they are made out of pretty much just the standard guys. I didn't want to get too fancy. So you don't keep you down the bottom level. So didn't want to get too fancy. Alright, so there's all the orcs deployed. And then over here is the other boys deployed. So we're going to do what's called a recon roll. Now normally you would do this against your opponent. And you're going to roll 3 dice. And you're going to try to beat whatever your team's recon value is. Now, Mantic has a really nice app. And I used that to make my teams. So this is my, this is the app. It's really nice. So I use this to make my teams. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see, all right, I need a recon value. Where is that at? What is my team's recon value? Ah, rulebook, come to me. See, this is why we learn things. Using command dice. Okay. To the glossary. Playing a game, page 45. This is a very small rulebook, which is really nice. The recon. When making a recon test, okay, hold on. 5 recon dice. In the recon test, each player is trying to or beat their strike team's recon value, where N is the recon value listed for strike team's chosen leader. Okay, so it should be a value on my leader. So let's see. My leader is the Commando Sergeant. He has recon 4+, Tactician 1. Okay, so we need to beat 4+ for him, for the orcs. And we need to beat, let's see, 4+ for the Forge Fathers as well. Okay, cool. All right, and we'll look up what Tactician does as well. Okay, so let's see, 5 recon dice for each side. We'll see how many pluses and negatives and stuff we get. So let's see, we've got let's say this Forge Fathers, they've got 2 wins versus the orcs, which get 3. All right, so the orcs win. They win by 1. If I was a player, what I would do then is say I would get to roll on this table for the orcs. Okay, but we're going to treat the orcs just like they're AI, so we're not going to worry about that. But I would get to roll 1 dice on this table, and that'd be cool. But it does also mean the orcs get to go first. So the orcs, let's check them out. And go over and check out the list here. Let's see. So a couple different stats here. We've got speed 1, 2. The first number listed there is for if they're just doing a regular move. The 2 is if they're like running, essentially. So, all right. So we're just gonna move a standard guy. That's what we're gonna do. All right. And I'm just gonna pick this guy right here with a standard gun, and he's gonna make a run. So he's gonna go bonk, bonk, and that's going to be his whole activation. Just like that. He's just going to move over there. Alright, and then over to my Forge Fathers, and we'll see what kind of move they got. The Forge Fathers, I'm assuming, are also slow as shit. They are also slow as shit. They are also 1-2. Okay, good, good. So we're actually going to move this guy here, and he's going to move up there, because I think he can use this time to not be mega shot apart, because there's lots of interreading cover and stuff. So, all right, and we're just going to go back and forth. That's what we're going to do. Let's see, this is a melee orc boy. What kind of move does he have? Does he have more move? No. Sad. The dogs have 2-3 though, so we'll go ahead and we'll move a doggo. So he's going to double move, and he's going to go here. Try to bite somebody's kneecaps off. All right, and we're just gonna go back and forth. See, we're gonna hustle here and getting cover there in the corner. Really neat thing is when you move the cube distance, you can position yourself anywhere in the cube. And this game uses true line of sight. It's not just like cube connection to cube. So like if this guy's positioned here and someone's over in this cube, he can't see him. But if he was like here and there, they could see each other. So that's pretty cool. It's really nice. It uses this like kind of true line of sight. It's something I really liked from the original Kill Team. I had a lot of fun getting my little laser out and seeing who could see who and stuff. All right. All right, let's see. He moved. We'll move an orc. And we'll come back to the Forge Fathers. And we will... We'll double move that guy up. And then I'm going to move another orc again. Alright. The excitingness of moving. The move phase. This isn't really a move phase. It's just the first turn. Alright. We got another Forge Father to move up. This guy's going to go boop, boop, like that. He's running out in the open. Just kind of a fool's errand, because next turn there's going to be a lot of shooting. So he's going to need to get himself some cover next turn. So we're going to go over here to the orcs, and I'm going to go bonk, bonk. Because you can climb up cubes, and you can... Oh, wait, no, would I not be able to... No, I'd only be able to go here. Actually, you know what? That guy could probably... If I move him there, he could probably actually see this guy. Yeah, he can, because I left him too far back in the cube. Okay. Alright, I was pointing at stuff that was on the wrong camera. I apologize. Okay, Mr. Machine Gun is going to take a crazy shot at that guy. So let's see what the range on Mr. Machine Gun is. I hope it's far enough. Let's see. Mr. Machine Gun is range 6. So he needs to be 6 cubes away. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 6 cubes. Yep. Anyway, I counted, I get to 6 there. So he's going to do shots. So what he's going to do, all right, he's got a HMG, which has suppression and weight of fire 1. Let's look those up. Assuming suppression means that if anything gets hit, he's going to be pinned. If you have the purchased app, you can just click on it, but I haven't bought the app yet. So figured I would try it out before I buy the app. So let's see. Keywords 31. Page 31 is keywords. Okay, we've got weight of fire and we have suppression. Jump pack, medic, life support, 1 use. Man, there's a lot of keywords. That's really nice. Rapid fire, smoke, teleport, stealthy, vehicle, trip mine, weight of fire. It's keyword we roll 1 dice when making range test. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And then what is suppression? Will cause all models in the target cube to be pinned. Oh, damn, it just makes you pinned. That's cool as shit. Alright, so every basic shoot test in this game is 3 dice. And then you add on to it, right? So this is not a game where you're modifying stats up and down. What you're doing is adding and removing dice. kind of like Verit would that I've played on the channel before, which has a really fun kind of similar dice mechanic. So this uses a very similar thing. So 3 dice by default for all attacks, and then we're going to add in any shooting modifiers to it. He does not have a clear, unobstructed view, and he does not have high ground. So it's just going to be the 3 dice. So it's going to be 3 dice, and we're going to look for something to beat on his this guy here. So his stats, his ranged is 5+. So we need 3 dice, 5 pluses. We'll see if we get any. Wow, we got all of them. All right, so that's 3 hits. So now the Forge Father gets to make 3 saves. Well, he gets to make 3 saves by default, right? 3 shots by default, 3 saves by default, regardless of whatever any other stats he has. So this guy is just a steel warrior, so his save is 4+, and he has 1 armor, so he's going to naturally just eat 1 damage out of this attack if any of these things do damage. So we're looking for 4 pluses to save our little dwarf friend. Let's see, we get 1 save, 1 and 2 fails. So one of these are both going to go through his damage, but we're going to minus -1 because he has 1 point of armor. How much life does he have? He has 2 HP. So we will go ahead and we will click him out a little blood splot, and we'll see that he has 1 HP left. Bleh. The orc's just like, Aah! All right, sweet. So we actually got a little bit of shooting on turn 1. Nice. Okay. All right, so we got to move over to a Forge Father then. So back to our boys back here, and we're gonna say 1, 2. Gonna move the boss up to there, and I'm gonna go bonk like that. And you know what? I'm gonna shoot with him in there at that orc boy. So, oh wait, no, that would be 2 moves because I'd move into the cube and then up. Right? That's not how movement works. Hold on. I need to see if they can just scale up and down automatically. I think that's actually 2 moves. I think he actually can't shoot. Let's see what we got. So there's all these diagrams, but I want one to tell me this is 2 moves or 1 move. That's what I want. Because I think that's 2 moves. Okay, I'm going to play it like it's 2 moves because I think that's what that is. Because I think it's moving into the cube and then up. I think. Because I think that counts the climbing. That makes the most sense in my brain, so that's how I'm going to play it. Alright, so 2 moves. He can't actually, unfortunately, shoot the orc boy then. Because everybody gets to make 2 actions. They can do 2 short actions, or they can do 1 long action. So 2 moves is a long action, unfortunately. So, and shooting is a short action, and it takes 1. Okay, so that's all the Forge Fathers moved. So we're just going to move the rest of the orcs because they've got a whole lot of stuff. They've got a whole lot of what's it called? They've got a whole lot of extra boys than the Forge Fathers do. Actually, no, the Forge Fathers have 1 more. But all right, either way, orc time. Orcs moving up, and he's going to take a shot at my boy that just climbed to the top there. Bop, 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 bop. There he goes. He's got a standard machine gun, and I would say that he does not have clear line of sight because this thing is in the way. So since this game uses true line of sight, we will use true line of sight because true line of sight is cool. All right, and we're going to say this guy has a range of 6. That's 3. Yeah, he's 5 away. So he should be able to do the shooting there. This guy just has a rapid fire gun. All right, let's look up what rapid fire is. Oh, also this guy is pinned. Shit, I need a marker for pinned. Which one of these is pinned? That's a weird one. You get some explosions. We're going to say this one's pinned. This one there. I'm going to say that one's pinned. So he's pinned. Alright, let's look up what rapid fire does. The fun of a new game, getting to look up all the rules and stuff. Because it's kind of cool, because like as you look it up, you like learn how it works. Ooh, that icon is apparently prey. Oh, that's really nice. The icons are actually in here to show you what the markers are. That's cool. Good job, Mantic, for that. That's smart. Alright, rapid fire. Let's see. Model using gun to rapid fire keyword may choose to fire it manually, normally. Oh man, I forgot to re-roll the extra dice on that guy. Oh, it's because they all hit. That's why. Let's say, may I choose to make, then follow the same rules for making a shoot action. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. So this guy can blaze away, which does not cause damage, but will pin models. So we're just going to do regular shooting. Yeah, we're just going to do regular shooting. Alright, so we're going to have our 3 dice. It is not clear because I think this thing is in the way, so I'm going to kind of count that as terrain. So we've got our 3 dice, we're looking for 5s. We got a 1, a 2, and a 6. Okay. Even if our Forge Father could dodge it, he would still... Well, let's just roll the dice either way. So he's going to get 3 dice by default. Did I really just roll all 1s? I did. I literally just... How the... that happened? Okay. Bad luck me. Okay. So... He still has 1 point of armor, so it's just going to go into his armor. He's going to be fine. Alright, next up, I've got this little Forge Father with the med kit. I'm just going to move him forward like that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then it's Orc Extravaganza. So, let's see. 1, 2. And then the dogs get 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then we're going to do 1, 2. Like that. Okay, now the last guy for the orcs is this guy right here who has a freaking rocket launcher. He's going to move forward and he's going to shoot at that same dude. So this rocket launcher I think is pretty cool. Let's check out the stats for it. Let's see. Missile launcher, range 8, explosive, frag 3. Ooh, alright. We gotta look up explosive and we gotta look up frag 3. To the rule book. To the rule book. Frag X. Roll dice 4 plus 10s for the strength of this attack. No additional dice can be added for any reason. For example, a frag 5 weapon will roll 5 dice for the test. Models in the target cube must roll 3 survive dice. Okay. Roll once for the attack and separately for each effective target model's survive test. Okay. That's cool. And then what's explosive? Does that mean it hits the whole cube? When explosive attack is used, it may injure or kill models in the target cube. Force of the explosion will throw survivors to the ground. Always be second keyword to denote the type of explosive attack, e.g. frag or blast. Okay, so if this is a successful attack, everybody gets thrown a cube and pinned. So they like get blown out of the cube. That's cool as shit. Alright, so we're going to do that. And we're going to hope we blow that guy out of the cube, because then his fucking ass is going to hit the ground, because that's bullshit. I shouldn't be rooting for the orcs. They're the AI faction. Ah, I forgot to do command dice. Ah, learning games. I forgot to do command dice. Okay, we'll do command dice for the dwarves next time. Alright, so he has a frag... What? Of what? Frag 3. He does not have unobscured view. So we need... Frag 3, 4+. I got a 4, a 6, and a 2. Alright. The Forge Father's going to roll his 3 defense dice. He rolled a 3, an 8, and a 7. So he's going to dodge 2 of those. So he's going to be fine. The guy shoots his rocket and it explodes, but it explodes in the wrong place. Big sad. Alright. Cool. So that's going to be the end of turn 1. Yeah. So then we'll go into turn 2. The side with the least number of models will get to go first. And I get to roll command dice, which I completely forgot about before. So command dice is going to be, I think, 3 dice plus whatever your leader's tactician value is. The tactician value for my Forge Father leader is 1. So I'm rolling my command dice. And I got swords. 2 of whatever that is. And that. Let's look up what those mean. Okay. Activate a second model has not yet been activated. That's what the little person means. This is an extra assault, so they get to make a free fight. And this is the special action. Every leader model should have a special action. Okay. So these will let me basically like move dudes and stuff out of turn, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's see what the special action for my guy is. Special orders. Too stubborn to die. Ooh. Ooh. Too stubborn to die. Assuming that's under the keyword section. No. Where do I find special orders? Are they in the... Hold up. 1 second. No, that's a white door. So when you get the starter box, you get 2 books. One of these is the rules for every faction. So it's like a mega steroids codex. There's the Rebs. They're really cool. I want to do a Rebs army. And it's like a mega steroids codex. I'm wondering if the faction-specific rules are in here. Let's see. Because that, in my brain, would make sense. Yep, there it is. There it is. It's right in there. So if you want to know where that is, that's where it is. The active model covers 1 HP if it makes a successful survive test. 2. May not be used on a model with a vehicle or walker keywords. Okay, cool. So maybe my fancy drill guy can heal himself. Okay, cool. All right. Well, in that case, you know what? I'm going to uh I'm gonna try to get on some of these objectives, I think. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go 1. Is this a solid wall? It is. Yes! Okay, he's going to go 1. He might actually put himself over like that, and he's going to take a pot shot. But we're also going to use this splat dice, but we'll do that afterwards. So we're going to take a pot shot at this guy here. So that's actually the orc leader. So it's orc leader versus dwarf leader shooting at each other. All right. Let's see. He has a range of 3, and he has a hailstorm pistol. Oh, which is just enough range. Okay. And he has weight of fire 1. So he can re-roll 1 dice. Okay, so we're looking at 3 pluses. There's definitely shit in the way because he's shooting through that fan. So we're looking at 3 pluses. We got a 4, a 6, and a 7 for our guy here. We don't need to re-roll any of those. Mr. Orc has a 1, a 7, and a 4. I do not think he has defense of 4. Let's double check. I think his defense is like 5. His save is 4. Okay, so he saves 2, so he's going to take 1 point of damage. Okay, so we'll pop him out a 1 point of damage token. There we go. As I randomly drop a token on the ground. And then we'll use this splat to try to heal our boy over here. So he's going to make 2 survive tests. He got a 3 and a 4. I think they're 4 survive tests. I should have printed these out, is what I should have done. I should have printed. It would be a lot easier if I had printed these out. Having to go back and forth between the two. So, definitely something to remember. Alright, so our boy gets to heal his point of damage. Because he is too stubborn to die. And we have spent that command dice. Okay, over to the orcs. Well, I want to show off melee combat. I want to try it out. So, that's what we're going to do. So Mr. Doggo here is going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's going to attack that boy right there. The really fun thing is if the doggo dies, he explodes. He's a fucking running bomb. Cool as shit is what it is. Alright, there he is. Right there. Mr. Doggo and Mr. Dwarf. A little bit of crap is just in the way. No. Alright. It's the best we're getting for doggo and dwarf action, I think. So it looks more like dwarf on building action. Alright, so let's see what the doggos can do. He's got a chainsaw for a mouth, so I'm assuming he can do some cool shit. Let's see. He has AP1 on his chain maul, which is pretty dope. Okay. So let's see what the modifiers are on shooting. So there is a nice... So if you play with the like starter game map, there is a starter like thing, and it has the nice things on the side. I wish this was actually independent as well. Alright, so I get +1 since I moved into the action. +1... is a larger size. Okay, so I gotta check the size for both the doggo and the guy. Interesting. Okay. The doggo is size 1. I'm assuming the dwarfs are also size 1. You know, the doors. Everything in this is size 1, I think. Right? Yeah, everything's size 1. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at 4 dice for our Chain Beast with his Chain Maul. He has 4+. Now, the Forge Father he's got 2 options here, okay, in melee. He can choose to, fight back, right? At which point he's not going to block any of the damage that's coming into him. He's just going to take it on the face. But he could potentially hurt this thing instead if he wins the combat, if he does more damage. Or he could try to block. So I think I'm going to have him fight back. Just because I imagine if a dwarf was being attacked by a doggo thing, I think he would most likely try to fight back. So oh wow, their fight sucks. Okay. Alright, so 4 on 4+ from my guy, from the doggo. Alright, so we're looking, oh wow, only 1. Okay. And then we're looking at 3. Alright, so he got a 6 and a 7. So he actually wins the combat. Now the question is that how much damage he does to the dog? Because he might have just killed the dog, at which point the dog's going to fucking explode. Let's see. Both players now compare the number of successes. Draw or survive test wins. Nothing happens and the assault action is over. When the difference in successes between the target and the loser, the target amounts HP lost by the losing model. Okay. Alright, so he does hit the doggo for 1 point of damage. Because it is the difference between the successes. So that means 2 versus 1. He'll do 1 point of damage. How much life does the doggo have? 2. Okay. The doggo has not exploded on him yet. Kind of disappointing though, doggo. I'm not going to lie. Let me down there. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a Forge Father next. So I'd like to get some items and onto some objectives and stuff. Yeah. So I do want to get some like actual objective points at some point. So we're gonna move this guy over here. It's the regular guy with the med kit. He's gonna move over there. Then we're gonna be over to orcs. You know what? Screw it. Let's do the bazooka guy. Alright, let's do the bazooka guy. So we got a bazooka guy. He's cool. He's going to shoot at this guy again. So he's going to be 3 dice, hitting on 5s. Oh, wait, no. Hitting on... Hold on. I think I missed... Hold on. I have to look at frag. Let me double check that frag roll again. Because I think he still needs to make a shoot test, and then I roll frag, I think. So I think I screwed it up last time. Roll dice test 4 for the strength of the attack. No additional dice can be added for any reason. For example, a frag weapon would roll 5 dice for the test. So he doesn't even roll to hit. He just rolls and it explodes. Okay, that's fine. Alright, 3 dice. They all miss. Okay, that's disappointing, isn't it? Poopy. Well, that's the end of his turn, unfortunately. Well, my Forge Father there is not super happy about that. he's going to return the favor. So he's going to shoot 3 dice. And he is, I think, 4+ for shooting. Man, first time game playing 2 teams is tough. Yep, he is 4+ AP1 on his rifle. Alright, so he's going to have 2 hits. He's going to shoot at Mr. Bazooka. Mr. Bazooka is going to have 2 saves. So he will be fine. Man, so they're just trading shots back and forth. Alright, so over to the orcs. Mr. HMG is going to move up. Nestle himself right in there. And he's just going to dump shots into this guy, which is the boss. So he doesn't have a clear shot. There's definitely some garbage between them. So we're looking at 3s on 5s. And he's actually going to use his ammo here, which should give him an extra dice. Because this guy is equipped with an ammo. Where are the where are the items at? 42. Extra ammunition is always useful. Add 1 to the dice modifier. Okay, so he's going to be shooting 4 dice into my boss, hitting on 5s. So 3 hits, he can re-roll 1 because the way to fire 1. You roll a 4, so it doesn't matter. Alright, 3 hits. Oh, including an 8. So 8s are exploding 8s in this game, so you get to roll more dice. I rolled a 4, so it doesn't matter. Alright, boss is going to save. He rolled a 5, a 7, and a 6, so he is perfectly fine, but he is pinned. Wonk. But he is pinned, unfortunately. Okay. Alright. So that was the orc guy. Let's see. This guy's gone. This guy's gone. That guy's gone. Yeah, we'll just move this guy up, and we'll try to shoot. We'll try to shoot the HMG guy. So we're looking at 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. I got all hits. HMG guy's gonna save it on 5s. He got all saves. Wow. Okay. They're just shooting the hell out of the train, apparently. Jesus. All right. And now back over to the orcs. Let's see. The orcs have a lot of guys left. You know, we'll try to get an orc to an objective is what we'll do. So, bonk bonk, like that. That way they can just start getting points. And then back over to the Forge Fathers. So, this guy, he's going to clear his pin marker. So that's going to take 1 of his actions, and then he's going to move 1. Like that. So I want to kind of keep those 2 guys together. I'm going to move over to those objectives over there. And then, you know what? I'm going to activate another guy out of turn, because I have these. I might as well. Activate another guy out of turn. And I'm going to move this guy up here, so he's going to move up 1. And he's going to take pot shots at the orc guy just in there, who he has a clear shot at. So it means I'm going to get +2 dice. So I'm rolling 5 dice looking for 4s. I rolled 5. Okay. No, I got 4 hits. Let's see if my guy can save any of them. Alright, my guy's going to save 2 of them, so he's going to take 2 points of damage. That is enough to take him out. Blech. So that is 1 VP for our boys. I'm just going to open up a notepad to keep track of it. Alright, so that's 1 VP because they have killed an orc. Is what he gets for being out in the open. Alright, so that is all. No, not all of my guys. I have an extra dwarf, so. But we're not there yet. So what we're gonna do. Alright, well, we're gonna take the flamethrower guy and we're gonna move him up 1. And then I'm gonna check the range on the flamethrower to make sure. So I think the range on the flamethrower is a 4, but just to make sure. Oh wow, it's range 2. Okay. Alright, well that guy can't shoot yet then, so he might as well move up here and claim the victory points. And he's going to open up whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what that is. We'll have to look that up, see what that is for items. Let's see, what did he just pick up? I remember that was on page 42. He just picked up a shock baton. Used to control test objectives, test subjects, or unruly citizens. Shock batons can be useful in combat. The baton is used as a normal attack action as follows. Knock down and under control. Interesting, okay. Alright. Cool, so I've got 1 guy left, right? I've got the guy here with the doggo. That's the guy I've got left. So what we're going to do is if we try to make a fight action, that is a long action, so it's going to take up both of our actions. So I'm going to use this free fight dice here, and we're going to try to make a fight dice against that doggo. Now the doggo is going to fight back. So we're looking at 3 dice. 3 dice. So we're looking at 1, 5, and 7. Okay, so that's 2 hits. And the doggo's going to get 3 dice as well. He rolled all 1s. Okay. Well, the difference between their scores there is 2. So the doggo is dead. R.I.P. Mr. Doggo. But cool thing about these dogs is they explode. So we're going to use the boom special roll. When a model with this keyword is killed, they explode. Regardless of the cause, when the model explodes, treat it as a frag N in that cube, where N is the value of boom. Then remove the model. Okay, so we're looking at 4 dice, because they are boom 4, at 4 pluses. All of those hit, including a double. That also hits. Okay, he needs to save 5, which potentially he may be able to live through this. He only saved 2 though, so that's 2 out of 5, so he's going to take 3 points of damage. He has armor of 1, so it's going to get rid of that. So it's going to reduce it down to 2. He only has 2 points of life. I believe, let me double check, I'm pretty sure they only have 2 points of life. Yeah, seems like most things in this game have 2 points of life. So he is gone. He is the agent of his own demise. That's what you get for hitting the dog, you douche. You fucking explode. It's just dog and Forge Father bits all over the place now. The fucking exploding dogs are cool, man. That's really cool. Okay, well, that's it for the Forge Fathers. And that's 1 VP for them because they killed the dog, and that's 2 VP for. That's 2 VP because they exploded for the orcs. All right. So let's see what other what other orcs we got left. We got a lot of orcs left. Is there anybody in this cube? No, there is an item though. All right, so we're gonna have this guy move into the cube, and we're gonna have him pick up the item, and it's a stim injector, and then he is. He'll take a pot shot at the leader. Why not? You can see them. They're shooting downtown. So we're looking at 3s on 5s. Got an extra. It's a 1. Alright, so Forge Father saves it. He got a 7. He saves 1. His armor takes 1, so he is fine. Alright, let's see. We've got this guy here. He's going to go 1 and then 2, like that. And then we've got my boss. Who is going to go 1 and then 2 and pick up this item. And it's a combat knife. And then we've got another machine gun guy, so he's going to blaze away at this guy here. Well, he's not going to blaze away. That's the suppression thing. He's just going to shoot at that guy. He got an 8 and a whole bunch of 1s, so it doesn't matter because this guy's armor is going to eat it. And then the last action, we've got more doggo explodey fun time. So Mr. Doggo over here is going to go 1, 2, 3 into this cube with this guy. There we go. Alright, so we're going to have 3 dice plus 1 because he moved into the cube. Alright, so we're going to have 4 dice on 4s, I think. Well, got an extra too. Alright, I got to look up if it's 3 or 4s because it now makes a difference. It's 4s. Okay, so we're looking at 4 dice total wins there. Forge Father's going to hit back. He got 1 win, so that means we're looking at 3 damage going through. So -1 for the armor. So that is another dead Forge Father. Okay, wow, go Orcs go. I guess it's fitting, it's their month. Okay, so we've lost 2 Forge Fathers, which is pretty painful to be honest. The Orcs are capturing 1 objective this round. So that's worth 2 command points, or 2 victory points. So we're going to throw another 2 on the victory point list. They blew up 1 doggo, and they killed 1 orc boy. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, so going into the next round. So we have to roll our command dice. So that's 3 dice plus the 1 for Tactician for our Forge Fathers. And they're going to get an extra activation, whatever the hell that is, a splat, which is an extra fight. Okay, we're going to keep that, and I'm going to look up what this is, because I don't know that symbol. I'll look that up really quick. Oh, where's the command dice thing? It's really interesting. All the rules are at the start of this book. They're not at the end. 16 is where command dice are. Okay, that is add 1 dice to any range, fight, or survive test. Ooh, that's about as good as you can get. That's really good. All right, cool. That's a really good one. Well, let's see. The Forge Fathers get to go first. So, let's see. Alright. Mr. Medkit here, pardon the arm. He's going to move up to the objective so they can start cleaning his objectives. And then I'm going to put him in the far corner of this cube so he can see this orc right here. And he's going to try to shoot him. So not unobscured, so we're looking at 3 dice. He got a 6, a 1, and a 4, so the 6 is going to hit. Does our orc boy save it? On double 8s and a 7, he is perfectly fine. Alright, now over to the orcs. Ooh. My boss is still pinned. That's really bad. Because this dog is going to come visit him. That's really bad. I should have activated him first. Crap. Alright, so that dog's going to come visit him. And he's going to attack him with 4 dice. However, my guy can't fight back. Let me look up how that works if you're already pinned. Hold on. I got to look that up. Oh. +1 die if the model is pinned. Okay, so that's 5. Okay, there was some rule for if you assault a pinned model. Hold on, let me look that up. I remember seeing that in here. Because there's something like they can't fight back. They can only try to survive. Special roles pinned. Model that is attacked in the assault action will stand up automatically without counting it as an action, but may only survive as a reaction. Okay, cool. And you get the +1 dice. Okay, so they can only survive. So we're looking at 5 dice. Thankfully, I rolled extremely poorly with only 1 hit. Wow, really? I really screwed that one up. Alright, so he saved it. But, dude, my dog let me down big time there. So I guess those dogs, you really want to shoot them before they get to you, huh? Alright, now we're over. This pinned icon is now gone. Now we are over to the Forge Fathers. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and we're going to go into the cube and then up the cube like that. So next turn he can shoot down at those guys. I think he technically has some kind of flamethrower thing. I think. Like, I know it looks like a drill, but I think it's like actually like a plasma drill or something. Yeah, it's a magma cannon. Oh, he also has mines. Ooh, that's cool. I forgot I gave him mines. Alright, so he's just going to stay up there. He's going to hold a spot. Next up, let's see. Let's see. The orcs get to go next. You know what? We'll have bazooka guy shoot at him. Why not? 3 shots, not unobscured. Hitting on 5s. Wow. Rolled 2 8s there. Wow. Rolled another 8. Okay, so it's 2 plus... So that's 5 hits. The guy's saving it. So he's going to save 2 of them. His armor, I think, is going to eat 1. Unless the bazooka has AP, which I'm assuming it does because it's a freaking bazooka. Okay, it actually doesn't have AP. Okay, interesting. So he's going to take 2 points of damage. One of them is going to get eaten by his armor, and he's going to get thrown. So this is going to be the first time something gets knocked back. So let's see how getting knocked back works. Because that's a cool roll. Being able to move your enemies around like the cubes and stuff is really neat. That's a cool. Alright. So... Alright. So we have this little chart. So we're going to roll the chart and see what way he goes. He goes 6, so he's actually going to fall. If a model falls or jumps, it rolls a 3 dice survive test. The opposing player rolls a dice test on behalf of gravity. That's awesome. All right, so he got 1, 1, and 3. Oh, I guess if it's only one dice high, you don't take a test. Oh, that's disappointing. Man, that's lame. I wanted him to have to take a test. I guess it's only 2 higher you take a test. Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, well, either way, he's down here now. Bonk. And he's pinned. So he had a bad time even if he didn't take a buttload of damage from that. Alright, let's see. I've got this guy, that guy, and that guy still to activate. We're going to take this guy. He's going to shoot at the bazooka guy again. He is just dead set on getting that guy. On a 1, a 2, and a 4. That's 1 point of damage. My guy would take 1 point of damage. Alright. That's that solved. Ooh. And then we're back to the orcs. Okay. You know what? Let's pile in. Let's go for it. 1, 2, into the boss. Alright, so we're going to have 3 dice default. I have 1 dice because I moved into the thing. 1 dice because I have a friendly ally in it. Alright, we have a extra there. So that rolled a 1. So we're looking at... Let me double check what their fight is because it makes a difference if it's a 4 or a 5. Alright, so Commando Brawler is a 4+. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. And it looks like my guy saved 1, so he's going to take 3 points of damage minus 1. He's going to take 2 points of damage. That is my boss dead. So I believe my boss only has 2 points of life. Forge Fathers, you're not doing very well, guys. Yeah. Wow. How many VPs is he worth? 3. RIP. Okay. That's my boss gone. Man, okay. The orcs are just tearing him apart. Well, you know what? This guy's probably pissed from that, so he's gonna just shoot the hell out of that guy. You know what? Even better, he's gonna shoot the dog. The reason he's gonna shoot the dog is if the dog blows up, he's gonna blow up on that guy. 5 dice, because unobscured. And we're looking at 1 extra roll. Which I rolled another 1. So we're looking at 4 wins. Which is not going to be enough to kill the dog if he rolls well. He saved 2. So that means he's going to take 2 points of damage, which is enough to blow the dog up. Ripperoni to the poor orc, who's now going to take the damage. So we're looking at 7, 7, 8, and 3. Fuck. That's 3 damage going into that orc. No, it might be more. Yeah, it's 7. Okay, 3 damage going into that orc. 2, 2, and 6. He's taking 2 points of damage. Wow. Okay. All right, let me recap there. The dog charged into the cube, fought my boss, perfectly fine. Came out of it fine. The orc charged into the cube, fought my boss, killed him with the help of the dog. This other guy, being pissed that the boss just died, shot the dog, which, because the dog is a running bomb, made it explode, and it exploded on its own guy, killing him as well. So, Ripperoni. But that's 2 VPs. Bonk bonk for the Forge Fathers. Okay, that's the last of the Forge Father actions here in turn 3. So, let's see. Let's see. Who do we have left? There is a orc bro over here. He's going to move on to the objective, and he's going to claim this item, which is a smoke grenade, I think. I'm going to move flamethrower guy 1, 2 with his shock baton. I'm going to move my boss onto the objective so they get that. He's going to take all that shit with him. This guy's going to stay where he is. This guy is going to move up 1. And he's going to take a pot shot at that guy. Why not? 3 shots. I got 8. Okay, so that's 2 hits. So that guy save it on 3s. He saves 1, which is enough to negate the damage, because he has 1 armor. Alright. This guy with his ammo that he already spent, he's going to shoot the same guy because he just watched that guy blow up all kinds of people. And he is going to hit nothing. But that guy's going to now be suppressed because rip him. R.I.P. him. Okay, who do we got left? We got this guy left, who is going to shoot at this guy. He has an unobscured view, and he is on a higher level. He is rolling a whole handful of dice. I was pointing at the wrong camera. Whole handful of dice. Alright, and he hits on everything but 2, so we're looking at 4. That guy has a save of 3, so let's roll an 8. Wow, okay, he actually saves 4 on 3 dice. God, man. Why is that guy like the Doom guy? Like, nobody can touch him, and he just is fucking murdering shit. It's awesome. Alright, and that is going to be turn 3. So the orcs are going to get an additional 2 and 1 for victory points. So we're looking at 2 and 1, and then the Forge Fathers are going to get 1. The orcs are actually really close to just flat out winning, so that is a concern. Via points. All right, into turn 4. Let's roll my command dice. I no longer have Tactician because my boss is dead. Oh, I forgot to use to add extra dice. I got it last turn. I totally forgot to use it. Fuck. Oh well. Yeah, I screwed up bad for the poor dwarfs that turn. Alright, so I've got an extra fight, I've got an extra dice, and I have an extra activation. Alright. My boys need this flamethrower to die. They really need that flamethrower to die. Alright, so the Doom guy is going to use his first action to stand up. And then he's going to shoot at that boy. He is unfortunately not unobscured, but I am going to use this extra dice. Alright. Alright, so we're looking at 5 wins. Let's see, Orc Boy save it on 3s. He saves 1. He is gone. This dude is the freaking MVP. I tell you what. Because that flamethrower would have been bad news. These dwarfs have had a bad time. Alright, so the Doom guy continues to doom his way around, killing another orc. And now we get over to the orcs. Well, this guy, he's going to do that same shooting, right? He's got unobscured view, 3 shots, plus height. He's going to do that same shooting. He's going to try to kill the, no, he's going to try to kill the guy on the objective. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, we're going to try to get rid of that guy on the objective. He's going to be like, blah, 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 blah. All right. And he rolled horribly and only got 2 successes. Wow, that's really bad. Okay, out of 6 dice. And the guy saves it perfectly fine. Rip. Oh, you know what? That guy will shoot back. Yeah. 3 dice. I don't think you lose a dice for shooting up a level, right? You only lose a dice if you have a friend in the cube. Yeah. All right, 3 dice, shooting up a level. 2 hits. Let's see if the orc saves it. Saves 1, takes 1. Blah. Well, bazooka guy. He's going to shoot the guy who's been shooting this entire game. 3 shots. Bazooka test is actually on 4s. I need to remember that. So 2 hits. So the guy save it. He got double 6s, so he does. So he's fine. Okay. Well, you know what? He's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot at the freaking bazooka guy because that's literally all he's been doing this whole time. So we're gonna keep that. Going. We got an extra 8. No. All right. So we're looking at 3 dice. Bazooka guy needs to save all of these to live. He only saves. Let's see. He saves 1. Saves 2, which unfortunately is not enough because it was 3, and he already has a point of damage. Bazooka guy is sadly gone. Bleh. We'll add a 1 to the Forge Fathers. I actually think Bazooka guy might be worth 2 points, but it's not going to make a difference. The Forge Fathers are going to lose this turn. There's not anything they can do about it, unfortunately. It's just a question of how quickly they lose because the orcs have gotten so many points. Alright, so Mr. HMG is going to move up He's going to move up here to get himself that nice unobscured shot. Looking at 5 dice. Hitting on 5s into the Doom guy. So we got 2 hits out of 5 dice. Rip a fucking Roni. We got 2 saves from the Doom guy. Holy hell. Okay. Well, the last Forge Father is going to stand up. And you know what? He's going to join his buddy over here as an act of solidarity. Okay. Couple orcs left. We've got one over here on objective. He's just going to stay there. This guy here is going to move up. And then he's going to shoot also at the Doom guy. Just might as well try to kill that guy entirely this time. We've got 1 hit. Doom guy saves it. Okay. And that's going to be the end of turn 4. So, what's going to happen? The dwarfs are going to take 1 point. They're going to take 1 point. And then the Marauders are going to take 2 and 1. So that's going to bring them. So the dwarfs are going to end up having 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And then the Marauders are going to have 6, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15. Oh, do they need to get to 16? Shit. Do they need to get to 16? Hold on. We might actually be going into turn 5. Hold on. Thought it was 14, but maybe it's actually 16. Yep, 16. Okay, so they are down to the last point. All right. Cool. All right, so we do get a turn 5. Nice. Poopy. The orcs suffered really major casualties that round, unfortunately. They lost 2 of their big heavy weapons. Unless the Forge Fathers can really clean house, though, they're probably going to win. Which is unfortunate for the Forge Fathers. Okay, so the dwarfs have left guys, so they'll get to go first. So we're going to go do the guy in the corner over here. He's going to do his 3 shots at that orc boy at the top. Alright. Wow, he got 2 double 8s. Wow, he got 4 dice on 3 dice. Okay. Orc boy would have 2 successes, but it's still enough to take him out. Bringing the dwarfs up 1 more point. Okay. The only way for me to win this is for like Hail Mary shots, so we have to take them for the dwarves. We don't have a choice. But the orcs get to go next, so they're going to move up 1, and he's going to just dump shots into the magma shot guy. So we're looking at 3 dice plus 2 for unobscured. All right, and we only get 1 success. Wow. Okay, that doesn't even matter because it's just going to go into his armor. That's sad. That's big sad. Well, the magma shooting guy is going to shoot back, so we can at least look at what the magma launcher does. Let's see. Magma launcher, range 5, AP 2. Okay, so we're looking at 3 dice, unobscured. Oh, fuck. Actually... Hold on, I don't know if he should shoot back. So I've got 3 activations left. I need to kill this guy, and the guy in this window. This guy has to kill the guy in the window to win. Killing the heavy machine gunner, while fun, is pointless. So what's gonna happen is we are going to move this guy up onto the objective to hopefully take 2 points. And then he's going to shoot at this guy in here who is unfortunately slightly obscured. So it's only going to be 3 dice hitting on 4s. Not a single one hits. Okay, I actually don't think we can win now. Maybe we can. No, we still technically can win. Still technically win. It's like a super mega Hail Mary, but we can still technically maybe win. So we're going to try it. This guy is going to shoot at the guy down the window. 3 dice. 2 hits. Guy in the window. Saves both of them. Fuck. Okay. You know what? Guy in the window is going to shoot back. He only gets 1 hit, though. Does the guy save it? It doesn't matter. He has armor. Okay. That leaves this guy, that guy, and the Doom guy. Okay, Doom guy. Alright. Doom guy. Gonna move up into this cube. Gonna shoot at my enemy boss. 3 shots, not unobscured. Rolled an 8 and 2 7s. Okay, so we're looking at 3 hits. Alright, guy saved 1. I have to, he saved 2, and I have to look if his save is a 4 or a 5. Because if it's a 4, he's fine. If it's a 5, he's dead. Okay, it's a 4. Damn it! Alright, that would have been the way to win the game. But he saved it. You know what? The boss might as well shoot back, try to kill the Doom guy. Why not? So we're looking at... range to 5. Okay. Alright, 3 shots trying to shoot the Doom guy. 2 hits. Doom guy save it on 3s. Saves 2. Alright, this orc's also going to shoot into the Doom guy. He's going to get 1 hit. Doesn't matter. Doom guy has 1 armor. Okay, and that is where we end at the end of turn 5. The orcs are going to get 3 more points, which is going to bring them up to 18. The Forge Fathers are going to get 3 more points, which is going to bring them to 13. So the orcs are going to win on turn 5. So yeah, that was Dead Zone. Pretty cool, honestly. This is a cool mechanic, but I forgot these dice a lot. Hopefully I will remember them more next time. The cubes thing is really fucking cool. It's way different from regular wargaming too, but like it just makes the movement and stuff so easy. Like there's no weirdness to it at all. But there's like, if you like, okay, so I'm a person that hates measuring, right? I never super specifically measure, right? Like I always get rough, right? Like it's close enough, you know? So I hate measuring, and I hate it when like people try to get really, really, really specific about it. Like I just don't have fun doing that. So the fact that this just gets rid of that is awesome. However, I love line of sight. I think line of sight is a really fun mechanic. It's something I really loved in Old Kill Team. And the thing where like this guy gets to shoot through this little window and hit this guy, that's cool as shit. That's what I really want in a game. So that's really fun. I do think it's a little much to play by yourself, playing 2 teams. So I think I need to come up with some kind of AI system for the orcs. This time I basically just had them walk forward and shoot. But if they had some kind of like reaction system and stuff, that would be pretty dope. Pretty dope. But they did win today. Unfortunately, my Forge Fathers could not claim the victory. My Magma guy lost a lot of movement, getting shot off that roof and all. Because I got him into position finally to like rain some hell and stuff, and then he just got blown off the freaking roof. Also, my boss getting murdered, and then the other guys getting also murdered by exploding dogs. But then the one orc also died to his own dog, so that was also a thing that happened. So yeah, but yeah, definitely really fun, really fun. Overall, like a nice package, right? Like the block movement's cool, the theme is neat, right? It's a little more cyberpunk. I can use some like bright colors. I've got some like aquarium plants I'm gonna like put around and stuff as like, you know, like potted plants and stuff you'd see in like a mall. And I really like kind of like the theme of it, right? It's not so bleak and depressing. It's a lot more like cyberpunk and kind of bright and neon. Even if it's like a destroyed city, right? Like I'm still going to do all the signs, like they're super bright and colorful and stuff, which is really cool. And it's also just something fun, different to play, right? That's really neat. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Really cool game system. Looking forward to playing more. There is also a campaign mode. It's not super detailed. But I think there's definitely enough there for it to be interesting. Right? All the kind of like standard stuff of like your guys gain experience and extra bonuses and stuff. And they get to do little actions and stuff between games. So I think if I can figure out some kind of like single player event rules and stuff, I think this will be really good. Really good. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for watching. This was an entire learning game, including setup and everything in an hour and a half, going all the way to the end of turn 5. If I wasn't learning it and I actually knew my rules and stuff and didn't have to look everything up, I could definitely do this in like 45 minutes easily. I could play this game, which is pretty cool. That's like 45 minutes is like my game target, right? Because I generally kind of run out of like energy or steam around the like hour and a half, 2 hour mark. So 45 minutes is perfect because that means I can go to the game store, I can play 2 games with somebody, and then I can go home and chill. So that's pretty great. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. My first game of Dead Zone Down. Very cool stuff. I'm really excited to work on the terrain blocks. So I found some more of it, which is pretty cool. So we'll make some big tall buildings and stuff too. But I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you guys for watching. And I will catch you next time. And happy Orktober. It's very fitting the Orcs won.